going to be looking at some of the dashboard functionality that exists within CRM. And I really enjoy the dashboarding capabilities because it is so easy. It's actually much, much easier than in Excel in some ways. The main benefit is for the average user who needs to work within the system and be able to get the information that he needs readily available to make his job more efficient and more productive. So I'm going to go through a couple of different examples of what business intelligence is like using the CRM 2013 product, and I'm super excited about the 2015 product being able to give us that business management capability. So this is an example of an interactive dashboard designed for a sales manager. And what I mean by interactive, these little parts of the page, these little web parts, they're all designed by you using a simple wizard tool. And they're interactive in the sense that I simply click on it, I'm opening up my sales pipeline, and you'll see I have different stages off to the right. And by clicking on one of the stages, it's going to drill down to the information that I'm looking at. I can, of course, double-click, and I'm opening up the document to work with it. So as a usable tool, I'm a sales manager. I'm looking to see where things are in the pipeline, and maybe I have to phone and follow up with my reps on the things that are close to closing. This is simply one example of a business intelligence dashboard. Another one would be very useful for someone in accounts receivable. So if you're integrating your ERP system into the Dynamics product, you're going to be able to gather and display all of the information that relates to things like invoices. So I'm sitting here and I can look at my balances that are due. I can look at my balance by account. And down below, I have a list of things that I need to follow up on. So these invoices mean that as an accounts receivable person, I have to pick up the phone, I have to phone that person. I would double-click here and maybe record an email correspondence so that everybody else in the company knows what's happening. So very easy and intuitive for a specific job within the company. The other beauty of the built-in dashboard functionality, and I really like this capability, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at a list. This is called a list or a view within the CRM system, and you'll see I have different reason codes, the document, customer, etc. CRM allows you to create lots of different views, pulling in even your own personal view, all the fields that you would need for an analysis. And by simply clicking on this button called Export to Excel, it's going to send out that information into a dynamic pivot table or a dynamic worksheet. This means that you can do all the fancy analytics that I just showed you maybe an hour ago, but now the user can do it without like any fancy SQL views or programs. So a lot easier than just the technology that I was showing you before. Once again, showing you the efficiency and the technology that CRM is bringing. Some of the other features and functionality that I like, so we showed you here, this is an accounts receivable. There is things for the marketing person, for the customer service person, and even a project manager. So CRM, sometimes we call it XRM, it's the capability of expanding functionality throughout the organization in terms of communication, tracking, and document control. That's what this product's really, really good at. And then when you hook it into your back-end ERP systems or other business systems, you get this rich business reporting. As some other examples, and I just wanted to show you this one. This is the one that we're working on with the Canadian government for case management. So if you are an agent working in the Canadian government, you will be receiving complaints and phone calls. And we'll have something called an agent's dashboard. So a complaint comes in, you push on the little button, and it will launch a complaint where you can start recording information. The beauty of the CRM 2013 product is that it provides managers the capability of looking at what's happening. So what different types of complaints are coming in? How many have I resolved per day? Or how many have I received? How many have I resolved? And probably the best part down here, this is now at the process level. So as a manager, I can see where things are getting stuck. I have 18 that have just been logged, 3 that are waiting for processes to be forwarded on, or even escalation management or overdue responses. So in the background, CRM is collecting the information, and business process flows and workflows are organizing and passing information to different people within the company. Just to give you an example here, so you truly understand what the business process is, I'm going to go in and we're going to take a look at all of the complaints coming in, and I am looking for maybe things that are happening in my telemarketing division. And here you can see I have phone calls coming in, I have requests coming in from my internet, my social media. These are different categories. And when I click on one of these complaints, it's going to launch the complaint screen where I can see all of the information that is related to the case and where specifically it's getting stuck at. So this is an internet complaint. Really, it could be used in any customer service department where things come into the customer service desk. You have to respond. And you'll see here on the screen, this is new in 2013, and obviously it gets better in 2015. But it is your business process flow that you're embedding into each screen. So as a customer service person, I'm supposed to be recording the type, how I'm going to contact that person, and then as I start to collect this information, it's going to automatically move me through that process automatically. And if you remember back at the very beginning, when we showed you the main dashboard, I'm going to be able to track and manage exactly where I am on any stage of that business process. So that's a great tool, great functionality, and you can incorporate it into your business intelligence dashboards. As a different style of dashboard, this is actually something that our company uses. We are a professional service organization, so we are scheduling consultants. We are tracking things like billable work, non-billable work. How much load do we have on an individual person? So as an example, I don't know if my schedule is up to date, but we're able to see what, for instance, the next billable events are going to be. So we're sending consultants out into the field, and we're classifying it, whether it's going to be billable work or non-billable work. And here I am, I don't have that much billable. So I click here, and I'm going to be able to see where I'm supposed to be going or what I'm doing. And as a manager, you can make sure that all of your consultants or service people are doing what they're supposed to do. The beauty of this is that this is Emma. She's going to be working for Closing the Gap on integration on the 18th. So this activity gets launched into her calendar so she knows where she's going to be. And of course, I can use the scheduling functionality within CRM to reschedule or to find new people to do the same work. So great functionality. We're using it internally to manage our operations. And just another example of the types of things that you can do to run a company. We even have it broken down by individual. So we take a look at Ed is one of our consultants. We can see exactly where he's doing, how he's performing. So this is all of the work that he's been assigned. This is his schedule to date. And then down below, we can see his past performance and his future performance. So once again, these dashboards, they're very easy to use, very intuitive. There's little wizards that get you started. So you click here on New, and as a user, it's going to walk you through the creation of these dashboards and graphs in a very easy-to-use format. So if you'd like to know more, you can check out some of my YouTubes. That's the Dynamics Vox on YouTube. And we host weekly webinars on this technology. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to help you out, get you started. Jim, we're going to pass over to you.